One powerful phrase will save you in any difficult situation. Everyone's life is full of ups and downs, and no one gets through it without encountering problems. What distinguishes people who find themselves in difficult situations? Only one thing: their approach to it. Remember the story of the old couple and their dog. Every day a man walked by their elderly neighbor's house and saw how they spent their time. The old lady wouldn't get up from her chair where she was always knitting. Her husband, walking with a cane, would bring her mint tea and sit down next to her to read the latest newspaper. And not far from them lay a red-headed dog, quietly whimpering. The man liked this elderly couple. They were poor and sick, but they knew how to enjoy life, admired the beautiful weather, enjoyed a modest breakfast and lunch, talked nicely with each other, and looked quite happy. It was only the dog's constant whining that spoiled the overall picture. For 2 days the man passed by his neighbor's house, and each time he saw the same picture. He was not worried about the elderly, but the poor animal gave him sympathy and a desire to help. The only thing he could not understand was why the dog's owners did nothing to relieve its suffering. Finally, he could not stand it any longer, and he went up to them. "Excuse me, please," he said to the elderly couple. "Don't you see that your dog is not well and that he is constantly whining? Shouldn't you call a vet to take a look at her?" "No need," smiled the old woman. "She can help herself, but this is where she always lies down. She is used to it." "I do not understand what is wrong with her," the man wondered. "It's lying on a nail. We have a very old veranda, and there are nails sticking out somewhere," the old woman explained. "Then why doesn't she just stand up?" "Because it hurts enough to whine, but not enough to get up and find another place." Many of us, faced with the problems of life, are like that stupid dog, which does not want to change something for itself and prefers to whine from the tedious, annoying pain. And the solution is simple enough. You just have to get up and walk. It does not matter far away or close. The important thing is to decide to take the first step. "I want this, so I will have it," the son of a poor immigrant, Henry Ford, once said, and achieved unprecedented heights. He had to run away from home at 16 to do it. He just stepped up, and the poor dog keeps lying on his nail and whining. To achieve a goal, a man needs only one thing: to go. This phrase by the French writer Honoré de Balzac has inspired many people and has become a guide in a sea of endless problems. Yes, it sometimes is not possible to fix and change something. Often people are powerless in the face of circumstances. But you can always try to overcome yourself. That is, drawing on your life experience to look at the situation with different eyes. If you are born without wings, do not prevent them from growing. Believe the great Coco Chanel, a daughter of an unknown yard dealer and laundress. The whole world knows about her wings. And now think and answer: are you any worse? Being poor is bad, but it is not the worst life situation a person can face. No job? That is not the case. Just look around and show everyone that you are good at what you do. Good professionals are needed everywhere. Become a professional in your field. You'd be surprised how quickly people start to appreciate your work. Don't you have a home? It happens. But if you look for opportunities instead of lying on the nail and whining, you'll find more than just a place to sleep in a cheap hostel. You'll have the home of your dreams. Think about the first step you can take to make that happen. So success will come if you want it. You will have everything: a family, a home, and wealth. I want to take a look at one powerful phrase that has saved me in difficult situations. This thought is a pearl of wisdom. Listen to the words of the great Omar Khayyam yourself. Don't frown your eyebrows at the blows of doom. The one who faints in spirit perishes earlier than he should. There are thousands of stories about how people who did not give up in the struggle continued to live and enjoyed life. Don't believe it? Think of the Paralympians. Every name has a broken fate and despair behind it, from which the person managed to get out, to overcome themselves. They did. Can you do it? Even if you have to snatch a year, a month, just one day from eternity, it's worth fighting for. It's your life, and you have to live it to the best of your ability. You're poor, but there's always someone who would envy your well-being. You are sick, but there will always be someone to be jealous of your health. You are unhappy, but there will always be those who will call you lucky. Remember that and live like it's your last day on earth. Being able to live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist. So said the Irish writer Oscar Wilde. It's hard not to agree with him. Look around you and you will see people who don't notice how the days go by. They just go with the flow because they don't know how to enjoy life. They don't appreciate the chance that heaven send them. And they often whine about lying on a nail and complaining to everyone about their hard fate. Are there such people in your neighborhood? Of course there are, because they are everywhere. But you and I are different. We are ready to go forward because to reach the goal, a man needs only one thing: to go.